Unless you're under 6 months years old, you remember how it was in spring. Europe was going through the worst crisis since the Second World War. Everything was closed, and travel bloggers were out of job. The summer brought us a relief, but what we are experiencing now is becoming worrisome again. Is Czechia aiming to become the new Italy? Let's find out together. I'm Lex Universe, and this is the second wave. Or not. And by the way, this is my video number 100, so let's celebrate. In this weird, twisted way. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. So guess what? The second wave is here. Who would have thought, right? In this video I want to approach the question whether it's safe and whether it's wise to travel to Prague and to the Czech Republic in general. I will take you to the city. We will not visit the most touristy places, although I will take you there. But the main focus of this video will be how life is actually in Prague right now, whether it's worth it to travel here, and what you should prepare yourself for in case you want to. So I will take you to supermarket, I will take you to the pub, to a restaurant, we'll get a coffee, and well, I will probably take you to the gym with me, and we will find out together how it is to live in Prague in autumn or fall if you're from America 2020. So if that's what you're interested in, stay tuned and let's go. Alright, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time there was a bat, and then the bat got sick. And there was this Chinese person who didn't know anything better than to eat the bat. Then half a year passed and the whole world went batshit crazy. And this is the situation where we are now. It got better, at least here in Europe, and then we thought that we have won, and we haven't, and here we are. The second wave is here, so I hope you are all happy. So the topic of this video is not exactly extremely positive. Anyway. But I will try to keep it as light-spirited as possible, and hopefully you will all enjoy it. Anyway, it's my 100th video, so I will also take it a little bit like a, let's say, celebration. I know I couldn't pick a better place and better time, but here we are and deal with it. So I'll first take you to the Oldtown square, but just like seeing this part of the city center, it doesn't really look that it's that empty. I mean, I've heard some reports that the city center, especially when the weather is shitty like today, is extremely empty now. But it is a lot emptier than it was last year, but I think it's still consequences of the first spring wave. It doesn't have to do anything with what's going on right now. So I guess I was wrong after all. This is empty. I mean, it feels even emptier than... I mean, check out my video about the quarantine in Prague. It was more crowded than hell. But the weather was a lot better today, so maybe that's kind of a reason. This is really strange, but I guess that's the new normal, isn't it? Well, it is without question that tourism in Prague has decreased significantly. Like, when we talk about foreign tourists, it's like dropped 90%. And even right now, many of the European countries, which are basically the only foreigners that can come to the Czech Republic, require now quarantine or a negative test when you return from the Czech Republic, which makes international travel to and from Prague even more complicated. And it shows. If there is any positive outcome from this, then it's actually forced all this human scum from the old town that was scamming people and offering bullshit services and selling bullshit things out of the center and maybe out of the city even, and it looks a lot more healthier here. Unfortunately, this affected everyone who's somehow doing business in tourism, so it's never good. I will take you now to the most horrifying place in the whole historical city center, and let's see how it changed. Right, everything was closed. Thank you, Corona. But when we are on the topic of traveling to Prague during the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic here in the Czech Republic, let's address what you can actually expect here. Most of the shops are open. The only restriction right now is that bars and restaurants have to close at 10 p.m. There are some restrictions on how many people can hang out together. There's like the limit of 10 people in the indoor activities and 20 on the outdoor activities. You need to be wearing face mask indoors. I mean, if you already choose to come here and you're not afraid of the virus or you don't care whether you catch it or not, I guess the biggest problem for you would be the restrictions on the borders. When you compare this to the spring, then the borders of the Czech Republic are not generally closed. The only difference is that many countries in Europe started to require a negative test or a quarantine when you return from Prague, so that's kind of a problem if you want to travel here. But if that's something that you're not bothered with, then when you come to Prague, there are not so many restrictions that will be waiting you. At least now. You can change, you know. It's kind of a turbulent time, but you can say that about every place in Europe right now. Around the world, actually. If there ever was a good symbol of overtourism in Prague, it was always this bridge. There were thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people on it, so you could barely walk there. We'll walk it now so that you can see how it changed. Fitness centers and gyms are kind of crowded even now, so looks like everything's back to normal. And I personally really picked a time where it's not supposed to be that crowded, as there's still a lot of people here. So I'm not sure what you used to in your home countries, but this was pretty packed. And see, if Czech people don't care, why should you? Although, let's be honest, it's probably the reason why we're in this place anyway. It may look like I'm making fun of this virus, and I'm really not. I just have this very positive attitude towards everything. No pun intended. Yeah. So, don't take me that seriously. And as you can see, even the indoor group activities are not off limits. Now anyway, when this video is live, this will already be limited to 10 persons. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the welcoming to the life of my new nephew. Isn't he cute? He took after me, didn't he? I'm sorry, that was too narcissistic. I'm trying to push that part of my personality away. There will be some limitations if you choose to come to the Czech Republic, but I personally don't think it's a lot more dangerous than anywhere else around the world right now. So if you're really afraid to catch this virus, well, maybe just don't go anywhere, because it's out there and it will be for some time. Alright, and since I have just covered everything I wanted to cover, and responsible things are gone. Now the last thing remains. We're going for a beer, and I will show you what pubs and restaurants look like in Prague in fall 2020. And hopefully we will not catch the COVID-19 now. By the way, this is the last day. I cannot believe I have to say this, but this is the last day it's allowed to sing in the Czech Republic, because from Monday it's actually forbidden to spread the virus. But anyway, it's the weirdest thing I've ever said in my life, and I'm weirdo. Well, not exactly empty, is it? So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If not enjoyed, then I at least hope that you found it interesting. Let's wrap it up somehow. Should you visit Prague? Well, that's the question, right? If you're not bothered with all the restrictions that you will find at borders, I mean, or at the airport in your home country or here, then just come, because as you can see, life is going on as like nothing is happening almost. And you see, the main difference from spring is we probably understand the virus more. People are not as afraid as they used to be, and the life here continues somehow. And basically all the tourist attractions that you may want to visit when you're in Prague are still open, and probably will be for some time, so you don't have to worry about that. I cannot tell you come or don't come, because it's in the end on you. But if I were on your place, I would come, because you have the opportunity to see this city and this whole country in a way that wasn't possible before. And I mean, hopefully it won't be possible for long, because we don't know what will happen with traveling or world tourism in the coming weeks and months. So maybe this will be the new normal, but I hope not. Just take a look at all the shots that I took, and you can see that it's completely incomparable with Prague 1 year ago. So if you really want to see something different, I mean, not different from the rest of the world, but different from what it used to be, then come now. It's not such a big pain in the ass, and you need, honestly, if you will follow all the hygienic measures. I mean, I live here, I'm okay, and I believe that you have the same chance to catch a virus here as we have anywhere else. So if that's the only thing stopping you, Prague is not more dangerous than Paris. So with that in mind, I will end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved my little nephew. I will try to put him in more videos in the coming months. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Please. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and check out my other social media, and see you in the next video. Have a great day.